Tonight, Emmy-winning actor Robert Blake has died. He was perhaps best known as TV's Baretta in the 1970s. He was also a member of the Little Rascals in the 1930s and 40s. In 2001, his TV fame was overshadowed by a trial while he was accused of killing his wife. Over 5 years later, Blake was acquitted of murder. Blake died today from heart disease. He was 89 years old.
Breaking news now from Hollywood today. Actor Robert Blake has died.
The veteran of film and television was 89 years old. Let's go live to our George Pannacchio in Hollywood with more. George?
Well, good afternoon. I expected to come to you to tell you some various Oscar news of the day, but before we went on the air, I did get confirmation that Robert Blake has died at 89. His niece Noreen says that he passed away after battling heart disease. Now, Robert Blake began his career at the age of 5. He had a 60-plus year career in show business before some of the scandal that took over some of his life. He was in Cold Blood. His last film was Lost Highway by David Lynch. Of course, he was well known on TV as Baretta. It was a private detective. It aired for 4 seasons on ABC. Robert Blake won an Emmy for that role along the way. But I think we all know that his public persona did change back when he was accused of murdering his wife, Bonnie, near Vitello's restaurant in Studio City. Now, there was a dramatic 3-month trial back in 2005, and when it was over, Blake was acquitted of her murder. Now, his publicist, Sally Olmstead, says there's going to be a private memorial service to honor his life. In lieu of flowers, the family is requesting donations to the City of Hope. In later years, Robert Blake had written his autobiography called The Life of a Rascal, but in these past several years, Blake led a very quiet life. I'm told he enjoyed jazz music and classic movies. Again, Robert Blake, dead at the age of 89.
May I help you, sir?
Yes. I would like to buy a gun.
Any particular model?
Sure, that one right there.
Oh, the expensive one. $75.
Could I have some shells to go with it?
Yes. The ammunition will be $2.50. And that will make $77.50, please.
You're a lot smarter than I thought you were, mister.
Well, you were rather obvious, my lad, weren't you? Can I show you anything else, sir?
Huh? Well, aren't you going to turn me over to the law?
Oh, no. Sheriff in this town is a much bigger thief than you'll ever be. You may go. Oh, what's the matter? You sick or something?
Hey, no, I'm a little dizzy, that's all.
Oh, when was the last time you had something to eat?
3 or 4 days ago.
Oh, well, we're going to have to do something about that, aren't we? Can you walk?
Where?
Well, there is a cafe down the street. Food's not very good, but it is food.
Yeah, I can walk there.
Come on. Feel better?
Yeah. I ain't had so much to eat since... Come to think of it, I ain't never had so much to eat.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, in all the excitement, I don't believe we managed to remember to exchange names. I'm John Tunstall.
Just call me Billy.
Well, Billy, have you any plans for the immediate future?
Yeah, well, I guess just drift on. If that old nag of mine can make it.
Have you considered taking a job?
In your store? Mister, I can't read or write. As for figures, well, you can forget that, too.
No, I meant out at my ranch. I need a stable hand. Oh, it would pay about $25 a month, room and board included, of course.
You know something? I met a lot of nuts since I've been out here in the West, but you take the cake.
Why, what do you mean?
Well, I was gonna rob you a while back.
I know.
Well, anybody else would have turned me over to the law or shot me in the head or something. Now, what's your angle?
Well, it just so happens that I need a stable hand. You want the job?
Well, yeah, it beats starving.
Surely does. Now, you just take the road on out west for about 5 miles. It'll bring you to the front gate. Now, when you get there... Oh, no, you couldn't go out there looking like that. Why, my foreman would sick the dogs on you.
Well, now, I'm afraid that's all the clothes I brought.
Well, we're going to have to do something about it, aren't we?
You know, a while back when I was gonna rob you, and you got the drop on me, I wonder what you'd have done if I'd have called you.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd have shot you.
Yeah. I wonder about that.